In this video, I'm going to talk about the economics of art and how money is made in the art market, a market which is valued at over $30 billion. I'm also going to go over the key aspects of the market, including galleries, buyers and collectors, and the artists themselves. Well, how does the art market work? Well, the art market is a physical or virtual venue for buying and selling art. The most common transaction in the market is between the artist and the patron, although oftentimes intermediaries are used, such as auctioneers or dealers. Most sales of art within the market occurs in China, the US, or the UK. So what are galleries? Well, simply put, a gallery is a room for art to be displayed, and it can oftentimes be used for marketing as it promotes up-and-coming artists. There are two main types of galleries, and they are public and commercial galleries. Galleries that cycle through works are commercial galleries, and they have works shown for sale, which is the best way to make money in the art market. On the other hand, you have public galleries, which anyone can attend, and the purpose is not to sell, but more to inspire or entertain.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Vanity galleries are galleries in which artists pay to have their works shown in exchange for exposure. Galleries owned by one person can be used as a show of status and wealth, especially in a historical context. And finally, art galleries are important because they maintain the connection between artists, collectors, and experts. So, a key player in the art market, of course, are the artists, as they are the ones that are the source of the commodity. They actually make the art. They have to work on developing a brand, and they have to work within the system, and there's this balance of exposure and success against personal freedom and expression. The works they create are sold, but they also represent ideas and statements which can symbolically be bought. People who value the art are the art experts and critics. These people formally decide the price. The art is evaluated based on experience of the artist as well as the style and techniques used. Experts and critics usually judge based on intuition, and they look for authenticity in an artist's work. Another player in the art market are art dealers. Dealers seek artists to represent and promote, while established dealers have considerable influence in the art market. Art dealers have to be very knowledgeable of the business side of art, such as figuring out how much a specific piece could sell for. Art dealers look to see what kinds of art are most popular, as following trends are one of the most important parts of their job. The last big player in the art market are the consumers in the industry, which are the buyers and collectors. Every year, over $60 billion worth of art is bought by collectors. Collectors buy art not only for the piece itself, but also because of its past monetary value, as well as its predicted future value. They can buy art for cheap, and then when it goes up in the future, they benefit. Collectors often try and obtain pieces made by the same artists, as in a sense they're completing their collection of that artist's work. Transactions in the art market are very secretive, and oftentimes the buyers and collectors don't even have to disclose who they are when they're buying the art. It can all be done anonymously. Collectors own private collections, the pieces of which they can loan to various institutions such as museums as a source of income. They can also donate pieces, and in return they get tax exemptions. There's a lot of illegal activity in the art market, and one of the biggest illegal activities is money laundering. The art market can be very shady and is often exploited because of a lack of transparency or restrictions. Oftentimes, the piece of art is artificially inflated so as to hide the cost of money gained from illegal activities. The process of money laundering through art is this. First of all, you buy art with illegal money, then you inflate the price, you hide ownership of that art by doing transactions through a shell company, and then you sell the artwork, and your illegal funds are disguised as legitimate. Another questionable tactic used is keeping art in free ports. That way, they can't be taxed as they're technically considered in transit. Robert Norton, the CEO and co-founder of Veris Art, noted that art is the second largest unregulated market after illicit drugs, and it is significantly overshadowed by fraudulent activity. An important aspect of the art market is subjectivity.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Pieces of art are subjective. The prices are easy to manipulate because of this. How can you really put a price on art? There isn't a standard for pricing like other commodities. Because of this, art experts are brought in to officially determine the price of work. An interesting example of subjectivity in relation to value is that Salvador Dali would draw on his checks in the belief that their worth as art was more than their monetary value. And oftentimes, this actually worked. One of the most interesting aspects of the art world to me is the use of hoaxes and forgery. The fine art world has been tricked on many occasions with hoaxes. In 1924, Latin scholar Paul Jordan-Smith, a man who had never picked up a paintbrush in his life, assumed the pseudonym Pavel Jordanowicz and submitted paintings under a disumbrasion school. Paintings weren't good, but they still won praise from critics. That isn't enough. In 1964, a man named Pierre Brassau won praise from critics for his artwork. That's alarming because he was actually a monkey. And some guy just submitted his paintings, and the critics thought it was great. Forgery is also rampant in the art world. Many museums stock forged works unknowingly. In fact, the Renaissance painter Michelangelo got a start creating fake Roman statues, passing them off as authentic. Today, many works are crafted and posed as authentic Renaissance pieces, but actually modern. Elmire Daori, a famous forger, is said to have sold thousands of forged pieces during his lifetime to museums and galleries. Galleries are not keen to admit that they have purchased forged works, as they have no incentive of telling people that what they're looking at is fake. Some estimates put the amount of forged artwork in the market at 40%. Not all sales of art is done within the art market, as there has been a long history of the sale outside of the conventional market. This selling outside of the market can actually benefit smaller artists. Since the age of the internet, many artists sell their art in different ways, such as on Etsy or doing commissions. The art market can be hard to deal with, and I would say that I am skeptical of its legitimacy. However, it still remains an important part of the institution of art as a whole.